Can you hear me now?
Absolutely. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it very much.
Oh, very nice to meet you.
Yeah, thank you, Cliff. Thank you for honoring our invitation. I'm really grateful. Thank you very much.
You're very
And
welcome.
I really want to give you one thing. When I check you out, when you confirmed, when I saw your website, I saw the 21 branches of human resources. I'm like, this is it. Because most times people just look at recruitment, talent management, and maybe administration as what HR is all about. And the funny part is that sometimes in big corporations, those departments, the labor will think that HR is snitching on them. They're fighting. The legal department will think, oh, the HR are there below their standard. You know what I mean? That
Exactly.
infighting is like siblings fighting, and I'm like, oh my god, you know,
Exactly. Well,
yeah,
thank you for picking up on that and
oh,
seeing that.
sure. It means a lot to me because, do you know the funny part? Most HR practitioners don't even know that.
Yes.
They just overlook it, but it's very important because we are just part of the whole system. I really appreciate that. Thank you once again for jumping in.
You're
In
welcome.
this, a very short period. So let me just tell you, we're not going to take your time. It's going to maybe 45 minutes, but if you want it longer, I'm all in. I'm not going to take your time. So we're going to look at, first of all, we'll start with your background and the industry's trend you're seeing. Then we look at, we discuss issues, current challenges, and the trend, that you're seeing. And again, we look at where you want to, like, circle strategy, where you want them to be in 6, 12 months. Then again, we now cap up by seeing, is there any next step we can take, make things better, or what plans you have for the future. So that's just all that. Nothing scripted, just to relax discussion. And I know I'm going to be in for a real classroom learning because from the website, I'm ready. I'm ready to learn. I'm ready to soak in from your wealth of experience. So thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Oh,
So
yeah.
before we get started, I'm just going to ask you to wait 1 second because
Oh,
I have to put my dog away. My dog is barking, and I don't
okay.
want you to hear that
Okay.
in the thing.
Okay,
So
sir.
just bear with me for 1 second, okay?
All right. That's great.
A couple clarifying questions.
Sure.
Is this going to be videoed or just recorded on sound?
Either way you want it.
Okay. And then how do you use it?
Okay, I will put it in LinkedIn and possibly put it on YouTube. We're just starting out recording a podcast on this. So it's all about that.
And where are you located?
Presently in New Jersey, here, South Jersey, to be specific. Yeah.
And what are you looking to do with this information? How is it going to help you?
Okay, like I said, we're trying to we're starting up a podcast on HR and how recruitment is going on, and with the trends going on, how AI is impacting what's
Hmm.
going on. It's like where things are going with HR or human resource management in general. So we're just like looking for leaders in the industry that are already on it, that are
Okay.
practicing, yes. So
Now, did you get the email that I put together about some of the things that we are doing with recruiting?
I don't think I got that, but I kind of saw, I don't think I got that. I'm not sure.
Okay.
What
Well,
was that?
it was very important that you got that information. Just give me a minute.
No problem. All right.
I will get it for you because uh, I wrote up. Okay, if does this have a chat? Does this place have a chat?
Is it the river?
Yeah, the
But
Riverside.
yeah, I'm not sure. He has his chart. I'm not sure. What do you want to? You want to send me email on this the
Yep,
mail?
I'll email you. Oh, here's a chat. Yep, there's a chat.
Okay. Okay.
This is what I wrote for the person.
Okay.
Just take a quick read.
I can't even see it from my side. Can you share where from a
So there
chart?
should, on the right-hand side, there's a chat icon next to the word people.
I don't have chat with me. I don't have. I can't see it from my
Oh, you
screen.
can't? Okay, then I'll just email
Whoa,
it.
wait. Let me see. Okay, I just saw people, but I didn't see chat. Oh yeah. Okay, I got it. I got it. Just
Okay, there you go.
okay. Let me open it. Okay. Um, I don't think it's letting me. It's not. It's not letting me see it.
Okay, then just give me your email and I'll quickly email it to you.
Okay. You can send it to phoebeaisolutions.com.
It's Phoebe.ai or just Phoebe AI?
Phoebeaisolution.com.
Phoebe at AIsolutions.com.
Let me see if I'm getting there.
Okay, it's on its way.
Okay. So meanwhile, okay. So what is all about? What do you want me to know from there?
So what happened about a year and a half ago was that I got very frustrated with the way recruiting was working.
Okay.
I've been doing HR for over 30 years now,
I
and
can see that.
we've been recruiting, and we do HR operations, and we do all types of training and all types of work. And when ChatGPT came about, the applicant tracking system started to use those tools in their assessment of the candidates.
Okay.
And it seemed to create a clog. I'm going to call it a clog in the drain, which is the drain which brings the candidates to the companies that are looking for
Yeah.
candidates. Because the candidates started using AI to create their resumes
Yeah.
and tailor the resumes to the job. So there was no authenticity, there
Yeah.
was no identity
Yeah.
about the candidates specifically. So the applicant tracking systems would get thousands and thousands of job applicants, use AI to distill them,
Yeah.
but the AI tools that were in there had no criteria to determine whether I'm finding the right candidates from the resumes.
Yeah.
There's nothing in the applicant tracking system that says, look for these specific things.
Yeah.
And you basically upload the job description, and then the AI tool takes the job description and matches it against the resume. So if
Yeah.
there's a perfect match because the person tailored their resume to the job description, then you're going to get 1,000 people that are excellent.
Yeah.
Now what do you do? That only allowed you to interview all of them and decide who's going to be the right candidate. So that's, again, another clog, which means it takes forever to figure out who's the right candidate.
Yeah.
I said that's not going to work, and we tried to figure out another way to do it.
Okay.
The first thing we did was we implemented a tool that takes the job description and it creates very specific, very specific questions around what you need to do and the skill you need to have in order to do the job
Yeah.
based on the skill level that you have and the years of experience that you have. And
Okay.
it requires everybody to complete that hard skills assessment, and the tool analyzes everybody's results and is able to say, yeah, Phoebe's much better at, let's just call it architecture, than Cliff is better at architecture because Phoebe answered these questions better.
Okay.
We then take that, we ask people to complete a soft skills assessment so we can understand how they behave and where their soft skills align with the job, because now none of that is in the resume.
Yeah.
And those tools, plus the hard skills, the soft skills, and their resume and job application and we put that into a large language model that I personally trained for 8 months,
Okay.
and taught it what you need to look for when you're screening a candidate.
Okay.
And we also put into it for each client, we ask the client to tell us the top 5 or 10 criteria that the candidate has to have. They have to have, and they have to be able to do that skill or have that soft skill or have that hard skill or have that years of experience, and they have to be able to do it 80% of the time every day.
Okay.
And if they don't have that, then they're not a good candidate.
Yeah.
We put those criteria, the things I said before, into
Mm-hmm.
our large language model, and
Mm-hmm.
it then analyzes everybody and tells us, okay, Cliff will be a better, uh, has a better propensity to do well at your company versus Phoebe,
Yeah.
because it's looking at all of those criteria, including the culture of your organization.
Okay.
And with that, we're able to say to a client, these are the top 5 people you should interview. You shouldn't
Yeah.
waste any time
Mm-hmm.
uh, interviewing thousands of people. Interview these top 5.
Yeah. Makes
By
sense.
doing that, it also reduced the number of time. I talked earlier about the clog.
Mm-hmm.
It reduced the time by 2/3.
Okay.
So when a company is spending 2 months to find candidates, it's now being reduced to 2/3 less.
Okay.
So you're
Makes
getting people much, much quicker.
okay. Makes sense.
And I think the speed is not the issue.
Okay.
Yes, that's a byproduct and it's helpful for the company because they're getting it quicker. But the most important thing is the people who are interviewing them, they're
Mm-hmm.
interviewing them on very real data
Okay.
that is provided to them that is authentic and
Okay.
it's exactly about the candidate and they can have a conversation with them in the interview so that they know it's real and that this person is really saying who they are,
Okay.
and that gives the company much more confidence to hire the right person.
Yeah.
And then the onboarding experience is going to be better, and the chances for the person for stronger growth and development will be better, and the chances for higher retention will be better. All of those things are being built on that real data
Okay.
that the company has to
Yeah.
interview and make a decision.
Okay. Makes sense.
So we felt that that was really an important thing to do to change the way we do recruiting today
Okay.
because the system is clogged. The candidates that are coming through are not authentic.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you don't really know who's real and who's not so real.
Mm-hmm.
You have to really spend a lot of time sifting through and doing it manually in order to get to the real ability that the candidate has. And that's hard and that's very time consuming
Yeah.
for managers.
Yeah, you know what? What I said earlier, I'm in for a real education, and I'm really getting the meat of HR. I really appreciate that. I'm really getting it. I'll give it to you. I know that. So, how has this your creation or software, what I call it, impacted your, you know, your growth strategy, the business in general, your recruitment in general? How has it impacted it?
Well, I can't say that it's impacted it significantly from a growth strategy perspective.
Mm-hmm.
So it took us 8 months to build the large language model. We
Okay.
started using it this summer with some of
Okay.
our clients who were looking for candidates to recruit. And it's from them we've heard great feedback that it's quick, the candidates are very well qualified, um, the process is smoother, the decisions to make for the right candidate are much easier. So all of those things we said it was going to do is doing it. Um, has it changed my organization and the growth strategy for the organization? It's too soon to tell.
Okay.
Um, so I can't really say conclusively what that would be.
Yeah, okay. But in addition to speed, is there any other thing that you know, is frustrating about the product you just described?
I think the speed is the best is one of the key things that people who are in recruiting struggle with.
Yeah.
And I think there is there's almost like a black hole when you hire somebody
Yeah.
and when you make a decision to hire somebody. You
Hmm.
never really, really, really know
Yeah.
that you're going to be making the right decision. Because the
Yeah.
things that you have in front of you are the resume,
Yeah.
you can call their references, and you have your
Hmm.
interview experience and the interview
Okay.
experience that other people have
Okay.
had.
Okay.
This is the first time you have real hard data to
Okay.
say, Cliff says that they are a 5-year experienced software engineer that can do back-end database development.
Okay.
And I've asked Cliff those questions. Our tool has asked Cliff those questions. I feel 100% confident that Cliff is telling the truth and is authentically representing what he can do, so that I know when I bring them on board, and they're going to need to do that when they're at my company, I can trust that Cliff's going to do a good job.
Yeah, I think that goes back to what you said in your, I saw in your website, you say matching talent with the job and not resume. It really
Yes.
makes sense, and I agree with you. So, like I say, which other metrics do you focus on improving in recruitment generally? What other metrics apart from speed?
So the other thing we try to improve, and this is something else we've done, this is separate. Uh, People come to us and ask us to help them brand themselves differently.
Okay.
So let's just say, for example, I was in publishing
Okay.
for 15 years in my career.
Okay.
And now I've said, I don't want to do publishing anymore. I want to do, uh, what's a similar career to switch from publishing? Let's just say I want to become, instead of publishing, I want to actually be an author.
Okay.
And so, how do I brand myself as an author? How do I put myself out there and say, I can really write? People who need somebody that's a really good writer, a technical writer, it could be a novel writer, it could be a ghostwriter, it could be whatever. How do I put myself out there to show that I have those skills? So again, we turned to AI and we figured out a way to ask AI to look at my LinkedIn profile, look at my job, my resume, look at my portfolio, and look and create a career pathing map for this person. And we built a report that is given to the person that says, this is what you need to change on your LinkedIn profile to improve your brand, improve your reach. These are the things you have to do and post and how you have to make yourself known on LinkedIn.
Okay.
These are the things you have to do to network. These are the organizations you should connect to. Here's a sample cover letter that you should use to write. Here you should potentially do speaking engagements.
Okay.
Here's whom you contact in your industry for
All right.
speaking engagements. This is what you should do for your resume. Here are some job sectors that you should look into for hiring. These are the companies that are currently hiring for these kinds of jobs right now. Ultimately, it's serving you up a report, a career pathing report that says, hey, I now have tools that I can use to improve my brand and then help me with my career pathing strategy rather than going through it blindly.
Okay. Okay. So what is saying in a nutshell is that you help people brand themselves ready for the
Yes,
for the will I say for the position in the offices or jobs rather. Okay,
for
but
jobs.
yeah,
It doesn't have to be
job
an office job. It could be, I've decided that I
for
want to leave
publicity kind of.
publishing and
So
I want to be a plumber. I want to go into plumbing. I
oh,
now
okay,
want to learn
sure,
how to be a plumber. What do I need to do?
yeah,
We came up with a name for this strategy, and we call it the DGGP, which stands for the Damn Good Game Plan.
Oh yeah, I
This,
was I was about to ask you what that was.
yes.
That was my next question. What was that?
So if you're gonna do a switch, whether you're switching in the same career or in a new career, you need a damn good game plan. Otherwise,
Okay.
you're just gonna struggle to get the right job. And so that's ultimately when I was referring to the career pathing plan or the career pathing strategy. That's ultimately what you get. It's a report for you to use, but it's a damn good game plan for you to make your next move.
Yeah, but it sounds to me the same thing as automated tracking system, because
Yes,
if you kind of help somebody brand themselves and they land that big job, and on the job they struggle. What's the difference between that and automated I mean tracking system? You know what
exactly.
I'm saying? Yeah.
I know exactly what you're saying. The issue is that if it's automatic, it's not you.
Okay.
And you have to be able to make it you because we know there's just so much competition in the world. And if I'm going to switch from publishing to become a plumber, there's lots of plumbers out there. And I have to brand myself in a way that makes me a good plumber so that I could get hired at a plumbing company and get a good job.
Okay. Okay. So, I mean, it's a great product you just described and all that. But sometimes there's a thin line between that and the other. The only thing now you're trying to tell me is that the person will take time to learn that skill before earning it. That's what I'm trying to get from that. Okay, that makes sense. That works.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, where do you want to be in 12 months? Let's say 6, 12 months with all this your creation.
I think what I really want to do in the next 6 to 12 months is to, um, I guess, add a significant amount of modernization to the recruiting strategy
Absolutely.
for employers. I think it's old, it's outdated. There's been some new technology that has been added to it using AI, which has been very helpful and
Yeah.
valuable. But I think the people who are using these tools need help.
Yeah.
They need to be able to figure out what is the best way for me to recruit, or
Yeah.
for somebody who's looking for a job, what is the best way for me to go find this job? How do I get a good game plan? Um, Even though the technology's out there, you need a strategy behind the technology,
Yeah.
and that's really what I want to make
So,
uh,
am I
accomplish in
under,
the
yeah,
12
am
months.
I understanding you're saying you want to modernize both the system and
Yes,
also get the applicant ready for the job by
that's
your
right.
branding stuff, kind of bringing
Exactly.
two worlds together, okay? That's what you mean. That's your goal, okay?
That is my
For the
goal,
next
is
12
because
months.
there's a lot of support that's provided. The other part that I'm also focusing on is the candidate. So there's a lot of support for people to hire. So if I'm working for a company and I need to fill a job, I can go talk to a technical recruiter who's a real expert and can help me find the right person for my job. But if I'm looking for a job, there's not a lot of tools and resources out there. And I
Yeah.
want to focus on the companies that are looking for jobs so that they can use good tools to get good candidates. But I also want to make sure that the candidates that are looking have good tools and resources available to them
Yeah.
uh, with a really good game plan. So I'm
Okay.
looking at both sides
Both
to make sure
sides.
that they're
Okay.
successful.
Yeah, so like I say, I'll be the last thing anyway. So if you have the magic wand to fix just one thing in your business that's holding you back, what would that be?
Um, well, I think this message is what's holding me back.
To bring the candidate and the job, to bridge that gap.
No, I think, well, I think I've done that. I've already done that, meaning the tools that I've developed are there. Um, I just think more and more people need to know about them.
Okay, the publicity side of it, is that what you
Yeah.
think is holding you back?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you for your time. You really shared a good insight. And in fact, you even took the interview from me because you didn't want me to ask you, you jump into it. So I appreciate that. And, thank you very much for jumping in
You're
on
welcome.
this. We really,
You're
really
welcome.
appreciate that. And again, like I said, I'm going to compile this. Well, I'm going to send this video back to you just in case you don't have it. But
Great.
I'm going to put it in LinkedIn and probably YouTube, for now, just for education purposes.
That would be great.
And yeah, and again, question I wanted to ask you, you've answered it, the damn good game plan, products, that was one of the questions I wanted to ask you, and
Great.
trying to, differentiate you with ATS, and which you also giving me a good answer on that. And okay, again, like we've said here, the only challenge you can see is the speed, that's the efficiency, and automation, and you also publicity. I think these three things are the things you're looking at: speed, efficiency, automation, and publicity. That people to be aware of that.
Correct.
And yeah, and again, the people side, the branding, getting the candidate ready for the job, and not just their resume.
That's right. There's
Yeah,
way more that's needed today to
yeah.
stand out and get noticed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I really appreciate that, and it makes a lot of sense. Thank you so much for sharing your insights. It really makes it makes a lot of sense, and it added a lot of value. Like I say, from your website, I knew I'm in for the real deal, and you didn't disappoint. You even
Thanks so
over
much, Amy.
delivered, and I appreciate that.